Hello, my friends. Welcome back. And if you are here for the first time visiting, welcome to you as well. I am playing with Spellbinders' new release of the registration plates. These are BetterPress plates that can both be used in your BetterPress system as well as your Glimmer machine. These plates have a registration which looks like this, and in my samples, they came with a paper registration. I'm not sure if yours are going to be paper or if they're going to be acetate, but mine were paper, and you can print paper ones out on the website. So what I have done is laminated mine. I had lamination pockets and I had a pink mink. So I ran them through the pink mink and I now have a laminated registration. So this is going to be taped down to your BetterPress. And I'm going to tape it down looking at this arrow and the green corner. That pretty much fits your A2, the green line here. And I'm going to use some Altenew satin tape here, and I've used this numerous times, so it's nice that it can be reused. And I'm going to just put this down here in place so it does not move around on my platform. Now, for this, I am going to use multiple inks, and we are going to press multiple times. Now, this video today is complete tutorial. We are not only going to letterpress, but I'm also going to show you how to glimmer with the registration. So you do not want to leave the video before you get through that, because the glimmering, let me tell you, is to die for. But I want to teach you this way first, and then we will explore the glimmering. I did not know when I did the glimmering it was going to turn out so well. It was my very first try. I've already recorded that portion, and when I kind of recorded this out of order, but when I recorded it, I was like, this is experimenting, and oh my goodness, I don't know if this is going to work, and it did. So stick around. You do not want to miss that portion, because it really did turn out good. So let's jump into this. Let me show you first how this is intended to be used, and then we will play with the experimentation on the Glimmer machine. So let's start with our largest plate. Let me show you these two first. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm excited. I've been playing with these for probably the last day and a half, and I'm just in love. So this is the one we're going to be glimmering, and this is the one we're going to BetterPress. This is Blooming Garden and Thank You Blooms. Now, everything I'm using today will be linked in the description below. Those are affiliate links, so using those links gives me a little bitty commission, but it costs you absolutely nothing to use those links. So thank you so much for choosing to use those links in my videos. So let's jump in and play. Okay, so we're going to line this up with this, and it is identical, guys. It is so perfectly matched. And when you're inking, they do kind of slide around because I have laminated this, so you might have to move it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just hold it here just while I start inking. And I'm just going to do, you know, the tap and pivot. But don't really worry about it lining up right now, because we're going to have to do one other thing first before we actually press. So let me show you this. And like I said, I've been playing with it quite a bit so that I can give you as many tips and tricks as I came up with. So let me grab a baby wipe, because these little inky areas can show up on your finished project in the background. So I'm going to come here and just wipe these away. Super easy with a baby wipe. And I'm also going to just try to get as much of this off the plate right here in the center as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to try just on the safe side. And now I am going to go and just kind of lightly tap right there and right there just to make sure I didn't lose any of that ink. I don't think I did, but just in case. Oh, let me get that baby wipe away from that BetterPress plate. So now we're going to line this back up, making sure it's completely in those notches. And you can actually use your pokey tool for this as well, or some tweezers. On the Glimmer, I definitely suggest the tweezers or the pokey tool. You don't want to be touching this on the Glimmer. But, okay. So, paper taped just like normal. Over here like this. Run it through. Look at there. See, none of that ink transferred there in the middle because I did that little bit of inking prep. So we're going to remove this one. I'm just going to sit it up here. I will wash it when I'm done. I'm going to place this one here in the center. Same thing. Let's see. I want to go blue on this center one. So I'm going to ink it up with my hydrangea. I just got re-inkers. I need to go ahead and re-ink these. I just haven't been lazy. Okay. I'm just going to scoot this out of the way. Grab my baby wipe. Come in here like this. Scooch this back up here. Pull it back in the registration marks. Like so. Now I do have a little ink right in there. Hopefully that will not impress. I went to town a little bit there. Turn our paper back around, make sure it's going in the same direction, and run it through. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, love that. Okay, so we're going to just move this one off. I'm going to put the little flowers down now. Let's see, which one of these? Is that line up there? Yes. These are directional, so you have to make sure you're in the right ones. Yes, those do look right. Okay. And I was so excited, I forgot I was going to ombre those with Cosmic Sky, but we're not going to worry about it. I was going to just darken some of those, but it turned out so pretty. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just kind of spinning it around while I ink it, since it's little. Now, one of my samples that I've done, I used larger ink pads, and I know they all work. Everybody always asks, do other ink pads work? But let me tell you, I find them harder. I'm actually thinking on other colors and brands and stuff of ordering maybe some of the smaller ink pads for BetterPress, because I do find the larger ones harder, especially on something like this where you're trying to get more on the plate and not on your background. I find these smaller ink pads are easier. Isn't that funny? I sit here and tell you it's directional, and then I put it in the wrong place. That sounds like me, doesn't it? Okay, now let's get them in the exact rotation here. That one looks good. Just get them as close as you can in those lines. And like I said, they are literally a perfect match. All right, same thing again. Place it down, run it through. Oh, look at there. Isn't that sweet? That is so sweet. Okay, so now we just have the sentiment left. So I'm going to just push these off on my glass mat. Just run this over here real quick. Put the sentiment. Now this set here comes with 3 really nice sentiments. This one is hello from me to you. Then there is a thank you one and a birthday one. Now I think I want the pink down at the bottom. I'm going to go with a little more pink. See what I mean? I don't need to put it in the registration marks when I lay it down there. I don't know why I do. But matter of fact, it'd be easier just to ink it up here, because then I can clean the ink up easier. Okay. Bring it down here. Put it in place. Take my baby wipe just to clean the excess ink off. And one last time through. Okay, for the final reveal. Perfect. What do y'all think about that? Is that not cool? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pause the video for a second. I'm going to clean up this, hook my glimmer in, and we will be right back in a YouTube second, and we will glimmer the next plate together. Okay, friends, for this portion of the video, I am going to do a little experimenting, or we are going to do a little experimenting. Now, I have my registration down here on my glimmer plate. My registration plate, like I said earlier, is laminated. So I have put my first BetterPress plate in the registration marks, and I'm going to cut a piece of foil to match. I'm going to heat that up while I do this. So I'm just going to go with an array of colors of foil, and we will put this foil right on here and see what happens. This is going to be new to me, like it's new for you. So let's just play, as I like to say. I like experimenting and trying new things with all of our new toys. So now I am going to help line this up. I'm going to use this corner. That's the only way I figured out maybe this would work. Now, like I said, this is an experiment. So we are going to hopefully make this happen. Probably would have been better to do this on the other platform like I usually do, but I'm just going to hold this tight, try not to move it, keeping my fingers on it, and run it through. I think it's really important that we keep it super still, because the lining up is the important part. Now I have the registration taped down, so it's in the right place every time. So lining up the actual corner is what's important. Now, when I'm done, whoops, when I am done, well, let's look at the reveal. Okay, so there is the first color. There's a little overfilling right there, but it looks like it rubbed right off, so no problem. Now, it does look a little crooked, so this might require a little tape on our part. Let's do the second layer, and let's see. We can always redo this. I've got this taped down. Matter of fact, it doesn't look taped straight though, so that could be why that looks crooked. So let me just go with it, and we will try these small flowers next, putting them where they go. I'm going to do these, let's see, we'll do these in purple. A good time you could use your scraps too. Hit that timer button while I get a couple pieces of purple foil. I'm just eyeballing these for size. And this time I'm going to go ahead and move it over like I normally do first. Let's see, did I get that big? Yeah. Okay, so once that's ready, now remember, I'm going to be going like that, and I'm going to be matching it to that corner. That is the goal. Okay, our timer light is ready, so I'm going to gently undock. Idea, it did move a little. I can fix that. I'm going to move this over here and just take my tweezers and just scoot this back into place, like so. You can use a pokey tool for this too. I will put that one looks bigger. I will put my foil down, shiny to shiny, or shiny to the plate. Then I'm going to line up that corner again, trying not to move anything. And this might be off a little bit, so we may have to end up actually taping that foil down. So let's see how close we get. Remember, guys, this is all an experiment. Experimenting with the registration plates. These are all new to all of us, so having a play is the way we learn. Let's see. Did we get a big boo-boo or did we get close? Let me plug this in first so it can be heating up. Go ahead and grab those and put these on my glass mat. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's one. Oh, that's pretty darn close. Look at that. Pretty darn close. Okay, so we'll keep going. Let's just see. Let's see how this works out. Let me go ahead and put this one on there. And I'm not going to be too persnickety about placement because it's going to have to be corrected by the time we get over there. So let's just light her up when she's ready. Isn't this cool? I hope it works all the way through. And of course, this is going to be trial and error. We could potentially put a piece of tape under them so they don't move. But it's keeping this piece of paper in place too, because when you lay it down like that, it's trying to keep that in place as well so it doesn't move. But the major thing is moving these guys. So worst case scenario, we could put a piece of rolled up tape underneath each of these plates to potentially hold them temporarily in place on the registration. That's another idea. So let's just see. Okay, this time we will go for some pink foil. I love this, changing the foil colors. This is kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we get them over here though, because I need to be able to see if they move on me. I'm just going to use my tweezers and just move these in place again on the registration. Get them as close as I can. They line up perfectly. Okay, I'm going to add my pink foil. Shiny side down on facing the actual plate design. Then I'm going to carefully place that to the corner of my paper, come down, and we will sit these down carefully, hold with my fingers so they don't shift, and roll it slowly through. I'm going slow because I've taken a little bit of time there adjusting everything and going slow about lining everything up, and I want to give it a little extra heat, so that's why I'm going a little bit slower. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay. Okay, I'm squealing a little bit, sorry. Okay, pretty darn good. This might not be completely close there, but it is within the margins of that letter, so I am happy. Okay, green. We get the green going. So let's get our green. Fingers crossed. Get that timer going. I have these greens down here like so. I'm just going to lay them there so they can heat. I'll put my foils away. Let's see. This is pink that I'm using here. It's actually titled pink. This is cobalt blue that I used for the thank you sentiment. And I'm using 100-pound Hammermill paper with the gecko on it if you're looking to purchase the paper. The purple is lavender petal. And for the green, I did not have Spellbinders green. So I am using an old roll of multi-surface Gemini foil for the green. So I'm going to move this over here. I will rearrange my leaves into their registration marks. This is the final one, guys. Fingers crossed, prayers said. Are y'all praying for me? If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, let's see. We're going to lay our foil down. I'm going to take my piece. I'm going to line it up with the corner. And I'm going to let it go. And we are going to say some prayers. And I'm going to go slow. And of course, there's more room for error here than there is with your BetterPress. You know, extra things that can go wrong. But I think it might be worth it to give it a try. Hopefully the outcome is going to be worth it. I'm going to peek first, guys. What do you all think about that? Oh my goodness. Is that not awesome sauce? Okay, guys, I'm going to go play with these that I've done, and I will be back with the finished projects to share with you in a YouTube moment. Hey guys, I am back here with all my makes. I've just finished them, and I just wanted to share them with you and show you what I've used to finish all these up. So this is the very first one I BetterPressed, and it took me 3 tries to get this right. So if you're crafting and you think to yourself, I can't get it right, I can't get it right, I can't get it right, realize that happens to all of us. So the first time I pressed this out, I shared it online in the BetterPress Babes group on Facebook with all of you. So if you're not a member of the BetterPress Babes group on Facebook, links below, want you to join because everybody needs to be a BetterPress babe. So come on over and check us out. But I pressed this the first time, so excited. It was the first time I had done a press with the registration plates, and I went over there and shared it. Well, then when I was designing, I accidentally turned it over and sat it down on packaging that had all of those little strips of tape on it, and boom, all of the ink from the paper and everything stuck to the tape. So I ruined my first print. So then I went ahead and printed it again, which is this top piece. Turned out perfect again. Loved it. Like, oh my gosh, they looked identical. And lo and behold, when I die cut it out, because it was originally going to be an oval card. So when I die cut it out with my ovals, I put tape across the top where the oval was, and I accidentally forgot and put tape over the top, and whoop, tape. Pulled the BetterPress paper off. So I had this section right here that was missing the top layer of the BetterPress paper. So decided to do it a third time since it's pretty easy to do this, right? So did it a third time. This time I was hurrying and rushing through it because, hey, it's the third time. So this is my third print on the bottom here. And as you can see, did not get any ombre because I was rushing. I wanted this strawberry and this wild berry, and accidentally inked the strawberry first instead of the light color first and got mostly the strawberry. So I decided to find a die to cut out the sentiment of the first or the second panel that turned out good. And then I used the precision layer A and B together to get this 1/16 of an inch frame to go around, because that's what you get when you combine A and B. That's why there's an A and a B, is so that you can get this 1/16 of an inch layering frame. If you just get one, you get this frame. But if you combine both sets, you get a smaller frame option. So if you're only wanting to get one and only get the larger option, make sure you always get A, because A gives you the A2 die. And you always want to have that A2 die so you can cover your card base. But them together works magic. So I used that to do this panel. I used that to also do an extra layer here that is 1/16. And then I also did it to cut my coordinating pieces that I used under this pierce and cut mat, which is here, missing its little package because the package ran away with something in the craft room. But I die cut this, and all but one of these little dies stayed in the paper. So I decided to cut another one and use double stick adhesive and put this on top of it, and then insert the one little eclipse piece that fell out. And then I have a background that has all the little die pieces still in it. Let me so you can see all the little tiny pieces are still in there. So it just gives for a full background that is solid and very intricate looking. So that is my first card. I do have some Vivant ribbon back here as well. And I have used Cosmic Sky paper. The ribbon matches, and Cosmic Sky here as well in the ink, so it really coordinates well. I also used this color cube card from Sarah Renee Clark. Is it Clark? Sarah Renee? I believe. I have it down in the description below. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry before my husband gets home. But I have, this is what I grabbed for to choose these colors. As you see, I didn't use all of them. I didn't use the yellow or this teal color, but I used the other ones to coordinate with my colors of ink, just to give me a fresh new idea. So these colors here are Cosmic Sky, Wild Berry, Strawberry, and Leaf from the BetterPress inks. So card number 2 is this one here. For this one, I have used the Make-A-Wish labels, the arch labels here. Nope, you can't see them. The arch labels here that came with the Monsters birthday collection. And some people I have heard in videos say that this set coordinates with this set. And it kind of sort of does. The top arch matches, but the bottom is longer. So you can adjust it yourself by cutting the bottom twice and making it match. But it is not an exact match. So I wanted you to know that ahead of time. For this piece right here, this glitter right here, I used the Essential Arches, And I just had to cut this a second time because when I cut it, it was down here like 1/4 of an inch longer. I didn't have to mess with this. This worked. But this was longer down here. So if you're willing to run the die through it again on the straight edge a second time, it coordinates, if that helps. Just wanted to keep it real and let you know for sure. The back I embossed. This is a very fine glitter. And I embossed it, and it was really ripply when it was embossed. Like every single score line had like a ripple. So what I did was took Simon Hurley's little spatula here, and here again, double stick adhesive paper and another piece of card, stuck them together, and then did this to it and spread it out all down on the adhesive paper, and it came out completely flat. And this is super thin glitter card, but it came out really nicely. So I was happy about that, and see all the texture, and it even has these little lines down here and here, which I thought went with that embossing folder really well. I curved the corners with our new Spellbinders corner rounder. That also has a notch in it for envelopes. Just something else to keep in mind. This one, I love the color combo, and we did this one just a little bit ago, and I just kept it simple. Just used the arches, and this one is in, let's see, Wild Berry, Hydrangea, and then I pulled in Distress Oxides. Oh, nope, not that one. This one was Distress Oxides. Wild Berry, Hydrangea, and Leaf is the colors in this one. And then this chunky glitter card and the pink card are both from your Paper Insider subscription box that I shared on my channel recently. So very, very pretty and sparkly. I forgot to say the colors in this. This one has the Cracked Pistachio and the Seedless Preserves, which are both Distress Oxide inks, along with Hydrangea and Mulberry BetterPress inks. And then, of course, our Glimmer card. Love the way the Glimmer card turned out in this tutorial. Love it, love it, love it. This, I think, was my aha moment of the video. And I'm so excited that it turned out so well, especially for a first-time attempt. And the only thing I added here was the notched corner frames. So that's all it needed. That and some pearl card from my stash, and bam, all done. So I think that's probably my favorite card just because of the accomplishment of the Glimmer. So, but you know, sometimes when you work and work and work and you're making your craft and you get something right the first time, you're like, yes. So that just, it's more of an accomplishment than a I like the card. So anyways, I am going to speak real quick about the new plates, the alphabet plates from the BetterPress line. I'm going to show a picture here on the screen. This is the most gorgeous alphabet sentiments I've ever seen. They each have these florals that are just so elegant. It's the full alphabet, but you can buy them individually. Each letter is individual, and then it has a corresponding sentiment that goes along with it. Now, the sentiment is detached, so you can use it without the letter without the sentiment. Now, the sentiment is the continuation of the letter. So like, thank you would be a T and an HANKYOU for the sentiment. So they can't be used individually in most cases, but the alphabet, the big letter in the alphabet, they are so gorgeous. Now I am just getting mine in stock in just a couple days. Like, you guys can actually get them and order them before I have even received them. So I wanted to share them with you and show them to you, and also leave the link for them down below just in case you're interested. And other than that, I just hope you have a beautifully blessed day. This video has been so fun to create with you, just getting deep down and into this new design of BetterPress plates has been so fun. So I hope you have enjoyed these tutorials, and let me hear all about it. Tell me what you think about this registration idea. I think it is genius. Whoever came up with this is just the bomb. So let me also know which card's your favorite. I'd love to hear about it. Have a great day, guys. And tomorrow we will see Window with a View. I have that video coming up for you tomorrow. It is amazing. So check back with me then and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss it. Talk to you soon, friends. Bye-bye.